using one medium to communicate brilliance is a challenge.
A lot of people think he could potentially get distracted by Taylor. I think he gets motivated by Taylor.
Sure.
Yes.
And get even better. I'm excited to see what he looks like coming back next year. I think like those two being together makes them both want to continue to grow.
Taylor Swift's exes just can't catch a break, huh? First, it was the countless memes about who's next, after she started dating Travis Kelce, and now Joe Alwyn, her 6-year boyfriend, has entered the chat and somehow found himself in the spotlight.
Where are you going?
To get my Taylor Swift blanket.
Alwyn, who's like the reserved artsy ex who wears turtlenecks and reads a lot of books, you know the type, was just living his best Oscar life on Sunday night when the internet immediately started comparing him to the man who has dominated the sports world and more recently Taylor's heart, Travis Kelce. Here's the deal. Alwyn was at the 97th Academy Awards, all polished up and looking like he just stepped out of a period drama. You know, the usual Oscars vibe, tuxedos, fancy shoes, and very serious looks. But what really caught people's attention wasn't his acting chops or his Best Picture nomination for The Brutalist, which, to be honest, sounds like a movie you'd watch to impress your artsy friends. It was his fashion, specifically the flower brooch on his tuxedo's left lapel. Now, before you get all confused, let me explain. This flower brooch, yes, a flower because who doesn't want to look like they're about to attend a fancy garden party, is giving big Travis Kelce vibes. Remember when Travis showed up to the Super Bowl rocking his own flower brooch? Yeah, well, the internet remembers too. So naturally, when Joe Alwyn strolls into the Oscars looking like a well-dressed man who definitely knows what a mood board is, fans immediately took to Twitter, or X or whatever the heck it's called now, to accuse him of stealing Kelce's style. Joe Alwyn copies Travis Kelce's Super Bowl accessory, cried Daily Mail US, as if Alwyn was somehow breaking the fashion law. And the accusations don't stop there. Entertainment outlets were buzzing with headlines like, "Did Taylor Swift's ex Joe Alwyn just copy Travis Kelce?" The internet was absolutely convinced that Alwyn had to have been out there studying Kelce's accessory game. It was basically a crime scene for fashion conspiracies. But here's the kicker. Some fans even started fighting over who wore the brooch better. One person posted, "Joe Alwyn elegantly had the brooch in an appropriate place, like, you know, at the Oscars. Kelce wore his like he was strutting through a Vegas strip club." Ugh. I mean, sure, Kelce might look like he's ready to host a Las Vegas bachelor party, but hey, we're all just here for the vibe. And of course, there were the hardcore Swifties weighing in because of course they did. One user even accused Alwyn of being a jobless loser, which, yikes, it's like the exes can't win.
Tell me about your first day on set of The Brutalist.
I think I was quite ill, actually. No, it was a pretty short shoot, so it was all quite intense, but it was great. I loved it.
Did you just jack yourself up on cold medicine?
I don't even remember. I was probably dosed up on something.
You wear a brooch and suddenly you're in a war of fashion comparisons instead of quietly living your life. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Alwyn is clearly unfazed. In an interview with The Guardian, he straight up said, "That's something for other people to do. We're talking about something that's a while ago now in my life." Boom, mic drop. The guy is just like, "I'm over it, and y'all need to be too." You gotta love someone who has the audacity to not care about petty internet drama while the whole world picks apart his outfit. But let's be real here, no one really cares about the flower brooch. Okay, maybe a couple people on Twitter do, but we all know what's really going on. Alwyn's ex, Taylor Swift, is currently living her best life with Travis, and the internet just can't handle it. So they decide to turn every detail of her ex's life into a circus. I mean, come on. Joe Alwyn's probably sitting at home reading a book or something, wondering how he got roped into being the poster child for bad fashion decisions just because he wore a brooch. Anyway, all things considered, Joe's looking pretty chill about the whole situation, while the rest of us are just here for the petty drama and flower brooch conspiracies. So let's all take a deep breath and remember, fashion is subjective. Maybe Joe was just feeling floral that day.
All right, let's change gears. How about the Taylor Swift, huh?
Let's get ahead of that outfit now. Despite all the buzz and wild internet theories, neither Taylor nor Travis showed up at the 2025 Oscars. The couple that's been all over the tabloids and memes decided to skip Hollywood's biggest night. Leading up to the Oscars, people were like, what if Taylor just casually waltzes onto the red carpet in a dazzling gown, holding hands with Travis? But nope, didn't happen. I mean, sure, Emma Stone and Selena Gomez were there, both good friends of Taylor, but Swift was nowhere to be found. And honestly, who can blame her? She probably figured, I've already won all the Grammys, why do I need to be at this Oscars thing? And the Eras Tour documentary? Not nominated. Apparently the Academies didn't think it was artsy enough or something, so Taylor just decided to chill at home while her ex was out there presenting an award. Awkward? Maybe, but who really cares when you're busy living your best life, right? Travis, on the other hand, was probably watching the Oscars from the comfort of his couch, possibly with some chicken wings and a beer. Definitely not worrying about red carpets. The couple's never done a big red carpet appearance together, so I guess we'll have to wait for that moment, unless they decide to crash the Met Gala or something. Hint, hint.
Now they're like, you go, girl. Like, no, you go, girl. And they all went to Taylor Swift.
Speaking of Travis, he's not off menu when it comes to ex warfare because Kayla Nicole recently got real about the online hate she's been dealing with since her ex started dating Taylor. She spilled the tea on the Unapologetically Angel podcast hosted by WNBA star Angel Reese. Kayla's not exactly getting fan mail from Swifties these days. In fact, she said if you check her latest post, there's a whole debate going on about how worthless she is and that she has no career. Ouch. When asked why she thinks she's getting all this hate, Kayla was like, it's not me, it's the fame. She didn't even name drop Taylor, classy move, but she made it clear that when you're involved in that level of fame, you attract some real crazy energy. It's like being a magnet for drama, and poor Kayla totally feels like she's done nothing to deserve it. She also had enough of the hate and sent a message on X in April saying, I'm unproblematic, minding my own business, and y'all are still coming for me. She even added, leave me alone. Everyone has a breaking point. Honestly, we get it. If people were coming after us like that, we'd want to send out a bat signal for help too. But through it all, Kayla's trying to stay positive. She mentioned how hard it was losing the close bonds she had with Travis's teammates and their wives after the breakup. They were like family, and that's tough. But hey, despite the drama, she said the relationship with Travis was great and that he's a great guy. So it seems like Kayla's relationship with Kelce is a gift that keeps on giving. But while Kayla may need some serious help advice to battle the rage of the Swifties, Taylor too is getting some relationship advice. But it's not about heart-shaped lollipops and cute couple selfies. Her team is suggesting she might need to boot Travis to protect her global brand. Why? Well, after a wild Super Bowl where she got booed by some of the crowd, probably from a few Philadelphia Eagles fans who are still salty about her switching teams, Taylor's team is worried the romance might be doing more harm than good. You know, like when you're trying to keep your personal and professional lives separate, but then the personal life is all over Instagram and being posted by every paparazzi within a 5-mile radius. Travis, meanwhile, isn't getting a pass either. Some Chiefs fans are accusing him of losing focus on the game, which, I mean, it's tough to stay in the zone when your girlfriend's a global pop star and you're constantly being asked if you're planning a wedding. Sources say Taylor's team is now advising her to lay low and avoid being seen together, which, yeah, awkward. It's like they went from power couple goals to we need a timeout. That has to sting a bit. It's the first little bump in their fairy tale relationship, and let's just say it's not exactly the sparkling confetti moment they were hoping for. And on top of all that, Taylor's not happy about her name getting dragged into the entire legal mess involving her pal Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, and Justin Baldoni. Apparently, Baldoni tried to use texts where Lively called her and Reynolds dragons who support her, and Swift isn't thrilled about being used as a legal intimidation tactic, because who wants to be dragged into courtroom drama when you've got world tours to plan? So yeah, things are looking a little less red carpet romance and a little more awkward. Do we need to take a break from being so awesome for these two? And I can't wait to see where it goes from here. See you on the next one.